The hardwood has witnessed many iconic moments, and we thought it was time to bring the 10 most storybook-ending moments in NBA history. Number 10. LeBron James game winner against Orlando Magic. This one is difficult because although LeBron James and the Cavaliers ultimately lost the series, it was an important turning point in James's career. LeBron's ability to make that crucial shot had been in doubt up until that time. Could he shoot a game-winning shot under the stress of a playoff situation? He could, of course, and as we've seen throughout his career, he's been able to pull it off repeatedly. However, James's circumstances were different in 2009, so it was a major deal for him to make that shot at that precise moment. The shot is particularly bittersweet, since it serves as a reminder of how close we came to seeing Kobe and LeBron face off in the NBA Finals, but it didn't happen because the Magics made the conscious decision to shoot every three-point attempt during their series with the Cavaliers. We were deprived of the great all-time battle by Orlando. Number 9. Kobe hits crazy game winner versus Suns. Even now, a year after Kobe Bryant's sad death, seeing him play is difficult. He was very unique, and during this first round series, we witnessed him attempt to rally the entire squad around him and serve as their leader. The Lakers ultimately lost, but Kobe was recording some of the most incredible statistics of his career. He was demonstrating his ability to lead a team, something we later saw when he won 2 more championships in Los Angeles. Kobe made one of his most memorable playoff performances with this game-winning shot in Game 4, despite the Suns winning the series. In addition, it was the most Kobe shot ever. He faded back to his right and simply drilled it while facing a double team. Many people overlook the fact that he also helped the Lakers tie this game in the dying seconds. He was doing everything and more. Number 8. Dirk and the Mavs stun the Heat. During the regular season, a 15-point comeback in the fourth quarter might occasionally feel astronomical, but to perpetrate that prank in the NBA Finals while traveling, especially against the Miami Heat, which included LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, is almost supernatural. Dallas changed the course of the 2011 Finals, which many believed would only serve as a coronation for James because of the valor and tenacity of Dirk Nowitzki, who persevered despite having a torn tendon in one of his fingers on his non-shooting hand. Nowitzki played 7 minutes and 15 seconds of ferocious basketball. At that point in the final frame, when the deficit was 15 points, Dirk and company started to gradually pull themselves out of the hole. The Mavs' final 9 points were scored by the Dallas great, who also made the game-winning layup with 3.6 seconds left to complete the miracle and inflict the Heat's first ever postseason home playoff loss. After 4 games, Nowitzki would receive his ring ahead of LeBron. Number 7. We Believe Warriors. Since the We Believe Warriors upset the number 1 seed Mavericks in the first round 14 years ago, no NBA team has better embodied the spirit of the underdog. This was a squad that only just managed to finish above 500 during the regular season, but they struck gold in that series versus Dallas. In NBA history, this was the first time a number 8 seed defeated a number 1 seed in a 7-game series. With the help of Baron Davis, Steven Jackson, Jason Richardson, and others, the Warriors not only made history, but did it spectacularly. Number 6. Robert Horry shocks the Kings. You truly missed out if you don't get to watch Lakers Kings back when Sacramento had one of the NBA's top teams and Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal were the cornerstones of their purple and gold in the thick of their dynasty. The rivalry between those two teams, which had grown to be probably the fiercest in the league, gained yet another layer as the teams loved to snipe and criticize one another in the media. It culminated in the 2004 Western Conference Finals, where the Kings, forever the mighty Lakers punching bag, were only inches away from establishing a dominating 3-1 series lead. Then, Robert Horry, a star-clutch shooter in the league, ascended the stage. After desperate attempts by Bryant and O'Neal to make the hoop fell short, he made a straightaway 3-pointer with 0.1 seconds left that sent Staples Center into a frenzy. With the Lakers trailing by 2 and time running out, Kings center Vlade Divac tipped the ball out of the paint onto O'Neal's miss, only to have it go right to Horry. Number 5. LeBron explodes versus Pistons. Dwayne Wade's arrival in the playoffs was discussed earlier in this list. Well, Game 5 of the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals was that moment for LeBron James. It was one of the greatest playoff performances you'll ever see. The final 25 points of the Cavs' dramatic road to victory, which saw the Cavs advance to the NBA Finals, were scored by James. It's still unfathomable to consider James putting up this kind of performance while playing that Pistons club on the road during the playoffs. At moments, his 48 points appeared to come naturally. Of course, it took James 5 more years to win his first championship, but this is certainly one of his best and most significant postseason performances. Legendary, right? Number 4. Giannis's 50-piece in Game 6. With his championship, Giannis Antetokounmpo not only cemented his place among the game's all-time greats, but he also delivered one of the finest individual displays ever. In the biggest game of his career, he had 50 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks, and a 17 for 19 free throw percentage despite having a season where he shot 68.5% from the line. He effectively turned one of his major weaknesses into a strength when it counted the most, and only great players had that quality. It's a feat that's even more remarkable when you take into account the fact that he wasn't even operating at a full capacity due to a hyperextended knee he sustained late in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Hawks. He made NBA history by being the first player to average 30-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists while shooting over 60% in the NBA Finals. Number 3. Kobe and Shaq connect for legendary alley-oop. In the top 5 of this list, Kobe and Shaq undoubtedly have their moments. It's difficult to locate periods in NBA history where they were more dominant than anyone else, even though they were a famous duo for a sizable portion of the league's history. They just routinely steamrolled opponents and series. But this was a simple decision. In Game 7 of the 2000 Western Conference Finals against the Trailblazers, there was a particularly memorable alley-oop. It's still incredible to watch how methodically Kobe moves into the lane before floating the ball to Shaq to collect with one hand and slam. How the crowd bursts into a riot. The way Shaq shouts and points as he runs down the court. Whether or not you like the Lakers, you have to acknowledge how powerful Kobe and Shaq were together. It's unlikely that we'll ever see another team quite like them. Number 2. Allen Iverson steps over Ty Lue and Lakers in Game 1. Some experiences simply stay with you forever. You can tell they're truly iconic by this. Allen Iverson's performance in Game 1 of the 2001 NBA Finals will always be fresh in my mind because I'm a young NBA fan. He made a big impression on me and a lot of other basketball fans when he placed the 76ers on his shoulders and led them to victory over the loaded Kobe and Shaq-led Lakers. It increased many people's love for the game. Fans believed anything was possible after that. Iverson proved that on any given night, and against all odds, he can carry his team to a win that nobody predicted, even though the Sixers didn't win another game in that series. The highlights are ridiculous to watch back, as you can see. Ty Lue, we're sorry, but you'll never be able to escape this one. Number 1. Cavs complete epic 3-1 comeback against 73-win Warriors. How could you possibly place anyone else other than the Cavs at number 1 when you consider the most memorable NBA playoff events in recent memory? We're not simply saying that because we like the Cleveland Cavaliers. One of the greatest achievements in NBA history was undoubtedly what LeBron James and the Cavaliers accomplished in 2016. Consider this. The Golden State Warriors, who have the undisputed MVP and are coming off a 73-win season, are trailing 3-1. The Cavaliers had to triumph in 2 away contests. The entire season, the Warriors only suffered 2 home losses. That's all for today. If you think there are more iconic moments like this, please let us know in the comments below. For more videos like this, subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.